Bdellium Tools has a few lines of brushes: the Studio, the Travel, the Maestro, and the Bambu all vegan brush line. Now, all of their brush lines are cruelty-free, eco-friendly, and antibacterial. But I'm just going to be reviewing for you guys the all vegan brushes. Now, what I mean by all vegan brushes is 100% cruelty-free. No animal byproducts or hairs were used in the making of the brushes. Now, the reason why their all vegan line is made from bamboo handles is one of the most sustainable resources on the planet. Bamboo grows very, very rapidly, and so it's definitely more earth conscious to be getting the brush handles from that particular resource. Now, Bdellium Tools, all of their brushes are antibacterial. For their natural hair brushes, which are the Studio, the Travel, and the Maestro, all of those brushes are treated with an antibacterial agent, and that will help the brushes not get so much moisture, grit, and dirt. However, it's much easier for your brushes to definitely stay cleaner if you wash them more often between uses and not wait a month or even 2 weeks to wash your brushes. I like to wash my brushes after every use, whether they're synthetic or not. However, I'm only purchasing synthetic brushes at this particular point in time, and so that is exactly what I'll be reviewing, just their synthetic ones. I'm going to start off by reviewing the synthetic brushes. Now, I'm going to tell you what the numbering systems are so you can kind of get an idea of what these brushes are going to be going by. Now, I'm going to start off with the lovely 990 because I've been asked a lot of questions about this particular brush, and what it is a very wide slanted angled brush. You can use this for whisking on your face powder, and then you can go straight in with your contour or even your blush. When I'm doing blush, however, I like to face it this way, and what that will do is give me a great stopping point where I want my blush to go, and you can just whisk it back, and this shorter angle will allow it to not get too much pigmentation in your hair. And when I'm doing a contour, you can do a slightly harsher line, really chisel it out with the angle of the brush. It is a bit dense though, so you will pack on quite a bit of face powder, particularly if you like the face powder that I like, which is the Inglot Young Skin Makeup, which is super silky. So I don't recommend this brush with that powder. However, this is really nice for blushing and contouring, and once again, this is the 990. For foundation brushes, I really, really like the Bdellium Tools 957, and this is basically a flat top dual fiber stippler. It really, really reminds me of the Sonia Kashuk flat top Kabuki that a lot of people have raved about. I believe price point wise, this is fairly neck and neck, and you could just stipple your foundation, put it on the back of your hand, stipple it into your face, and you can get a nice flawless airbrushed look in no time. And this is the 957. Very nice. Now, this is one of the brushes that was sent to me for consideration. I did select this particular number of brush, and this is the 995, which is just a classic short-handled Kabuki. And it does come in this cute little plastic case, and this it does have little care tips on the back. It just says wash bristles with regular shampoo, rinse and lay flat out to air dry. So it does take a couple days for this one to dry because it is fairly dense, but I do recommend using this to pack on your face powder because it's going to give you a nice flawless all over coverage. And you could even go in and bronze your face if you want a little bit more heavy bronzer or contour just to get a deeper tan. And I like this for use with powder products. This I like for use with cream. This I like for use with powder. And once again, this is the number 995. This is the number 957, and this is the number 990, and I'll put a disclaimer in the bottom bar for the ones that were sent to me. Now, the next brush is the number 942, which is just a nice angled blush brush. Now, you can use this as your highlight, you can use it as your blush, you can use it as your contour, you could even use it to sort of just massively put your face powder on your eyelids to neutralize them if you've got no time in the world to do eyeshadow. This is the perfect size for just an all-over face brush, and it is the number 942. It's dense enough that the color pigmentation of whatever products you're putting on are going to resonate on your face, yet it does have this dual fiber effect to it. I hope the lighting isn't making this look purple because it is literally a perfect lime green. But you'll see the dual fiber effect. It's whiter here and darker here. And it's basically a vegan dual fiber. I would definitely say this is reminiscent of the MAC 186. So if you're looking for a vegan version of that, definitely go in and check out the Bdellium Tools number 942. This brush was sent for consideration. And those are all my face brushes. As you can see, the numbering system for the face brushes is 9 something. So if it starts with a 9, it's meant for the face. Now, we're gonna go into eye brushes. Anything starting with the number 7 is an eye brush from the Green Bamboo handle line. I'm not familiar with the other lines. But this is the number 787, and what this brush is an all-over kind of eyebrow fluffer. I kind of consider this the Bdellium Tools version of the MAC 227. Not that these brushes look anything remotely alike, it's just that it's a great blending tool. So this is the number 787, and not only can you use it as a magical eraser, you can do it definitely all over the eyelid, and even as a nice highlight right here, or as a very kind of sharp contour in your cheekbone area. And once again, this is number 787. I purchased this myself. Alright, so the next brush is the Bdellium Tools 785, which is another eye brush, and I'm comparing it to the MAC 222. This brush was purchased by me. You can use this brush in the outer corner, in the crease, brow highlight, under the eye, inner tear duct, and as a as a cheekbone highlight. So I really like that one. I would definitely say if you like the 222, definitely pick up the number 785. Next up is another eye tool, the number 781, which is also purchased by me, and it is a pencil brush. And it is very reminiscent of the MAC 219. The Bdellium Tools is a little wider. Sometimes vegan brushes can be wider, just based on just how their hair is, the synthetic hair is, but it does give you definite precision. You could just go in the crease and give, you know, your look maybe a nice, really kind of heavy contour, but you could still kind of circle it out, blend it out, so you have a nice sort of more blended look to it. This is a little harder to do to get a nice blended look with. It's a little bit more contrived, I guess you could say. This is really good for going under the eye. This one might give you a little more pigment than you'd want under the eye, but I always do my foundation last anyway, so I can clean that up. Either way, I still recommend this, the 781, if you're looking for something that's penciled brushed like this. Next brush is the Bdellium Tools 772, and it's just this, I think this is their small shadow brush. Yes, it is the small shadow brush. And this brush basically is kind of like, I would say almost like the 242. My 242 is horribly discolored because of MAC's Rocket Pigment. But this basically is really good for tapping in the inner corner for if you want to do like a duo shadow effect on either side of the eyelid. This will give you control in the inner portion. You can also just grab a little bit of pigment and sort of place it under the eye, or grab a little bit of pigment and just do a very dense highlight under the arch of the brow bone, or you can use it as a concealer brush, and this is the number 772. Now I was saying how I was looking for a basic paddle brush that was a vegan paddle brush, and that is the number 77. This is a basic shadow brush, and this is more or less comparable to the 242 again, except this one's a little bit taller, but it's about the same size. They fit into one another. So yeah, just the Bdellium Tools brush head is a little larger. But they work the same, they pick up pigment. This is great for just packing on color. And yeah. Next brush is the Bdellium Tools 763, which is just their flat angled brush. And it is comparable to the MAC 263. If you're a person who applies gel eyeliner, fills in your brows, or is the proud owner of very vibrant lip colors, you need a few angled brushes in your life, and here's a great vegan option. And this one is the MAC, or not, this one is the MAC 263, this one is the Bdellium Tools 763. Now for lip brushes, and for their lip numbering system, they use the numbering system of 540. And this can be used as something you could use to fill in a very vibrant lip color, or a very light lip color, a very concentrated lip color, whatever you want to use it for. It is also good if you want precise liner and you could even put a little bit of a creamy or like a cream stick liner and then just sort of very carefully push that into the lash line. So it's very versatile. It's comparable to the, this is the MAC 316. It is actually more or less comparable though to the MAC, sorry, let me line those up. I had too much caffeine, that's why I'm shaking. But these are fairly comparable. You can use them as lip brushes. This one is more or less comparable though to the MAC 211, which I don't happen to have on hand, but I got this as a comparable because people were looking for a dupe. And the numbering system, once again, for the Bdellium Tools lip or liner brushes is the number 5, the 540. And this brush was sent for consideration, and if I skipped any disclaimers, they'll be in the bottom bar. So yeah, that is the Bdellium Tools brushes. Do I highly recommend these? Yes, because I've mentioned them a lot. You've seen me use them since I've purchased them in June. And let's see, all of the ones that were sent to me were these. The Bdellium Tools 995, the Kabuki. The Bdellium Tools 942, which are face brushes. The Bdellium Tools 777, the Bdellium Tools 772, and the Bdellium Tools 540. So thank you so much for sending those my way and allowing me to do this review. And I'm also going to be posting a tutorial using each one of these brushes in that one tutorial and showing you how they work and what you can use them for, so you can see for yourself if these are tools that you would like to buy. And thanks so much for watching.